Hi, welcome to the vlog. In this episode, what is it? Some sort of show? Some sort of weekly show? I suppose it is. This is quality caravan vlog. What do you think of the new intro? Feel free not to tell me if you don't like it. In this episode, I'm going to talk about accessories. Now, I've done more than a few caravan accessory vlogs in my time. Now, the reason I'm doing this one is because quite a few people are interested in accessories and they get more views than usual. There you go. I like to be transparent on this channel. But no, all joking aside, what I'm doing in this vlog is I'm just going to go over a few accessories that I've purchased in the past and give you more of a long-term view of them. Not that most of them need a particular... So I'm just checking. I've got something I need to show you. Steady. Right, so first on my list... You know I have a list. You know I prepare for these vlogs. Waste pipe of wisdom to start with, which is I keep saying that. I don't actually know what it's called, but it's Collapz, and it's there. Well, you probably know what it is. I'll put a picture there. It might even attack me. I used it. If you saw my recent vlog on our little trip to Cambridge, I used it. So I've been using it actually in the last couple of months. Now, what I usually find myself doing is getting a new accessory because, as you know, I buy most of the stuff that I show you. As I've said many times, the two things I didn't buy were the jockey wheel and the easy slide wow thingy outside thingy, neither of which I have anymore. I do have the jockey wheel now, but I've since bought my own one because I sold it with my last caravan. So the reason I buy them is because I like them. I think I will like them. Anyway, oh, actually, do you like me? Can you see that? Just a quick one there. Thanks for everyone who's bought Caravan Vlogger merchandise from the store below. Is appreciated. I hope you're enjoying them. Where was I? Yeah, so waste pipe of wisdom. So I have started using it just about on all trips now. So I still have problems getting it connected, but I think I'm coming to the conclusion now that it's me. I'm just some sort of clown who can't put this thing on. Now what I find is the other one that I've got, the more rigid one, I can just stand up and put it in. Whereas with the Collapz one, I kind of have to go down on my knees and fiddle about. And if the ground's wet, if you're on grass, it's just... I do use it because I think it is better. I would recommend it, I think. And I do now use it, so I guess it must be on my recommend list, right? Next one. Oh, before I... actually, next one. I've got this. Do you recognise this? Yeah, so it's the clamp off a Milenco towing mirror. Yeah, it goes on your thing there. You screw it in, the old trick. So there's a rubber bit there that was always falling off. And I was always very careful to put it back on, and then I dropped it a couple of times but managed to find it. And a couple of weeks ago I was in the boot of the car and I'd found the rubber bit here that kind of protects the wing mirror. I found it in the boot, so I put it in my pocket thinking I won't lose that. Of course, next time I went to use the wing mirror I couldn't find it, so I had to attach it without this rubber bit on. I was a bit worried it might damage the surround of the wing mirror. So anyway, I bought another one. Now you can buy the rubber bits, but it wasn't the same type. Maybe I think they must have changed the design because I've had it about 7 or 8 years, I guess. So I lost the rubber bit eventually. So I used it without the rubber bit. So in the end, I bought them. Now this is, I thought I'd just replace them all. Makes sense to me. Then I'm not, well, I don't know why, but I just thought I'd replace them all until I found out they were like 12 quid each. So that I didn't replace them all. I just replaced one. And then literally the day after it came in the post, I found the other one. So anyway, it was broken and it wasn't staying in, so I bought a new one of these. So you can get these. You can also get the rubber ones, but like I say, they changed design, so I had to bite the bullet and buy the whole clamp. There it is. Awning pegs. Awning pegs. What awning pegs? If you said what awning pegs do you recommend, I really wouldn't be able to recommend any in particular. I've bought some non-branded ones. I try to use the ones with when you use the drill. They're my favoured ones, especially on hard pitches. But I found certain hard pitches you just can't get them in, and they do bend, so I resorted to just plain banging in hard metal ones. And there's a page on our website where I review awning pegs, really, and I've also got a vlog. You know what, is it that side? Who knows what side it is. You'll see a thing come up anyway. Have a look at that if you're interested in awning pegs. Next kind of long-term review is the Collapz. Now I call it the trunk. If you see my birthday vlog from February, I bought it then. So it's that big extendable thing that you fill your Aquaroll up with. You just put it on a tap, and and it's fantastic. And it's actually the only accessory I've had somebody come up to me and say, "Oh, what have you got there?" So I obviously wrote down my affiliate link and sent it. No, I did. But yeah, so that was the only thing that a couple of people actually come up to me and said, "Oh, where'd you get that? What is that?" So that works really well. Again, quite expensive, maybe 15 quid. But I know what you're going to say. You just use a bit of drain pipe. That's fine. And I used to use that until recently. Now, the Cadac, I've discussed the Cadac in length before. It's off our list of preferred accessories now. We don't take it with us, actually. We use the teppanyaki. Easy for you to say. We use that. Now, we found it does trip the electric every now and again. So what I've actually done now, I've just bought a, Swiss Lux low wattage teppanyaki. It's like 1500 rather than 2000. So I'm hoping then it won't maybe trip. The thing is, when you're doing breakfast, you're doing the teppanyaki, you've got the microwave on, and you boil the kettle for the tea, boosh, everything goes, obviously. So you have to be a bit careful. So I'm hoping that if it's a slightly lower wattage, when it's on 4, it's going to be better. So that's on its way. So yeah, the Cadac is history. Two last things here I've got is the electric hookup cable reel thing. I can't stand it. I wish somebody would invent something better. I mean, what you want is one like your hose, like our garden hose. It's mounted on the wall, and if you want to reel it in, you just pull it a bit, and there's a spring, and I know it might make it a bit bigger and heavier, but winding that, and the cable's wet, and that's one of my, if it's raining, it just gets bundled up and thrown in the boot anyway. It doesn't go on the reel. So that one I just wouldn't recommend, but I don't think you really got a choice. Don't think there's anything better. And then one of my favourite things, it's sort of an accessory really, is the gas bottle, the gas light bottles we use. Now I know Safe Fuel is a similar sort of thing, but where you can fill it up yourself, but the amount of gas I use, I couldn't justify the cost. It's 180 quid or something for a bottle, and then alright, they are cheaper to refill. These cost me about £50 each to refill. I have two 10 kilogram ones, so they're quite big. They go in the front locker, but they are reasonably light. So I have two. When one runs out, I replace it. So I've always kind of got one whole one. Now the reason I do that is because a couple of years ago when we was in France, I ran out of gas, and you just can't get gas out there. I mean, they do little ones for barbecues, just can't get it. Now, not that we use a lot of gas. In fact, the gas we did use is for the Cadac. So now I've said I don't use a Cadac anymore. It doesn't really make sense for me to have two 10 kilogram bottles of gas, does it? Anyway, we live and learn. So that's really what I wanted to say on accessories. I just wanted to go over the accessories that we've most recently bought, I suppose, and go over with you, go over whether I think they're any good or not. So some, I mean, so let's go over it quickly again. The waste pipe of wisdom, I'm kind of on the fence about it. That wasn't really an accessory, but well, it is, but it's, I had to buy that. Awning pegs, I really can't find one that I particularly like. If by the way, if you've got any recommendations, please comments below, because I need to get some decent awning pegs. Now I don't really care if they're screwing or banging for a hard pitch. I need for a hard standing. Like I say, the water trunk from Cadac, that's good. I'll put a picture of it and the proper name somewhere. Not from Cadac, from Collapz, sorry. I was reading the next one is Cadac, which is rubbish. Don't buy a Cadac. If you've got one and you like it, fantastic. But if you think, you just got to consider that how heavy it is, how hard it is to clean, and every time you use it, you've got to assemble it. It's no fun, honest. After 1 year, you'll regret it, trust me. The electric hookup ring thing, what do you call it, reel that you turn the thing around. I hate those. I need some. If you do something of it with your electric cable, please let me know. And then lastly, the gas light bottles, I highly recommend those. Much better than Cala. Arguably not as good as Safe Fuel, because you can fill those up yourself, but they are expensive to buy. If I've got 10 kilogram bottles here, if I wanted to buy those Safe Fuel, they'd cost me almost 400 quid just to buy the bottle. I know then they're cheaper, but to recoup that money, I'd probably die before I recoup the money on it. Fact. Thanks very much for people that have been buying the Caravan Vlogger merchandise. But, I'm just thanking you. Links down below, of course, and links for all those products. no doubt, 100% they'll be there. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. This is quality caravan vlogging. I have no idea if I'm in focus during that whole vlog. I bloody better be. I'm not even convinced I've got the lighting right. What do you think? What do you think? What do you know? Fridge door open. Caravan's winterized, but I do keep the heating on. Well, actually, I don't keep. Well, I do keep it on, but only on about 8 degrees. When I come in, I'll turn it up to 25 or something, just to keep me warm while I'm in here. And now I'm absolutely roasting. Cheers.